What is going on YouTube? MACS, back with a brand new video for you guys today. And today we're going to take a quick look at my first impressions of the Pixel Watch, among other things like why I'm moving on from my TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra, etc, etc. Right? So I'm going to hit up in a bunch of little points here. I'm not sure what the title of this video is going to end up being. I'm kind of just winging it and just going off script here. Not that I usually have a script anyway, right? But I'm just going to go ahead and talk and let you guys know my thoughts on both these watches and why I'm switching to the Pixel Watch and not staying with the TicWatch. So before we even get to the Pixel Watch, I just want to sing the praises of the TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra. This thing has been fantastic. This thing has been awesome. The battery has been great. The build has stood the test of time after taking it to work and beating it and slamming it against doors and all kinds of stuff. There's not a single scratch on the screen. There's not a single scuff on the actual body, which is what's it called? It's not aluminum. Sorry, it's kind of like a plastic, like nylon material, which is pretty durable. So I had I think it was a Fossil Sport, I think it was, that was made out of this exact material, and it stood up pretty well to the beating of everyday life working at a grocery store. Shout out to HEB. But yeah, so it's held up pretty well. Like I said, battery's been fantastic. The screen's been amazing. The dual layer display saving myself battery and being able to turn on the always on display whenever I want to. If I don't, I can always have this on. It's been great. Obviously Wear OS is very customizable. You can download apps, do all these different things, talk on the phone with people, text, all that good stuff. Google Assistant on here as well. But it does have its shortcomings, and I will be talking about that right now and letting you guys know why I am going to be shipping this thing out probably today. It has been sold already, so it is no longer my watch, but I will be shipping it out to the buyer pretty soon here. So okay, let's just get into it. Okay, this is gonna be hard. I might cry because I love this watch so much. So the vibration motor. I talked about this in my full review of the TicWatch a few months ago. It sucks. It really does suck. Like, it's not good at all. It's loud. You'll feel it for sure. You won't miss a call or a text message or whatever. That's for sure. But it's just so cheap feeling. Coming from using like a Pixel 7 Pro. Now I've used the Pixel Watch for a little bit now. Even the Galaxy watches have better vibration motors. I was even using a Mi Band 7 not too long ago. That thing had a better vibration motor than this. So it's very disappointing. Obviously, it's got a big battery in it. I don't know if they couldn't just fit a better vibration motor on here. But it's a shame, really. It really is. Because I think that's just such a huge thing for me, especially in a wearable. Getting notifications all the time. Trying to be discreet about getting notifications. And it's not really discreet when it comes to this watch. If you're sitting in a room with a bunch of people and you guys are just, or you're in like in a meeting or something, right? For example, and you're trying to be quiet, trying to pay attention, and then your watch just buzzes. Like, it doesn't just like tap you on the wrist like an Apple Watch or like the Pixel Watch, which I'll get into. This thing vibrates. You can hear it, and it's kind of cheap. It's even since launch. This thing was over $350, I think. Almost $400. For that price, you should be getting a better vibration motor than this. Obviously, it has a bunch of other great stuff about it, right? But the vibration motor, I think, in a wearable especially, is very important. So Mobvoi should really work on that in the next one. I forget the name of their new watch. It's gonna come out soon. But yeah, they should really work on that. Besides that, I love the build, right? I like the way it looks. I like the ruggedness. I like the not having to have a screen protector on there. I like being able to just bump it on stuff and not worry about it because it's gonna, withstand the impact of certain things. But it's very hard to dress up. I hear the argument with the Apple Watch Ultra a lot, where that thing just looks so rugged that you can't dress it up. But I think those are they're two very different kinds of watches. Obviously, the Apple Watch has its reputation, right? You see an Apple Watch Ultra, you know it's an Apple Watch Ultra. You know you got money because you spent $800 on that watch, and you can dress it up. You know, it's made out of titanium, nice and not really subtle design, but it's still a nice, clean design. This thing is, you know, it's got like the tick marks on this front. It's got the carbon fiber look in the front, which isn't bad. I like the carbon fiber kind of trimming here in the bezel, which the bezel is stainless steel, so that's pretty cool. But it, you know, like I said, it's kind of plasticky. The buttons look kind of cheap. You know, the back is kind of cheap looking as well. I mean, trying to put on like a metal link band on this watch won't help you too much as far as dressing up. Even a leather band, maybe, but just, you know, dressing it up, going on a date or whatever, trying to dress up in a suit, trying to look good, dressing up with this watch is not the easiest thing to do, right? I mean, if you're not, you know, the dressy kind, you're always, you know, you're doing your sports, you're doing your training, you're working at, you know, like I said, at a grocery store, for example, or things like that, where you don't really care about how good your watch looks as long as the battery's good and the build is good and it, you know, it's not gonna break on you. Then by all means, you know, TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra, probably the better option from these two specifically. I would obviously refrain from recommending it right now since there's a new TicWatch coming out soon. So, but I'm just letting you guys know why I decided to sell it and switch to the Pixel Watch. Another thing is the fact that it, I was gonna say wireless charging, but wireless charging it's not really a big deal. Like, you know, you can't charge it on the back of your phone, but you can't do that on the Pixel Watch either. So it's kind of like, eh. I don't really care about how you charge a watch. As long as you can charge it, you're fine. The fact that it hasn't gotten Wear OS 3 is so huge to me. I mean, honestly, I would probably keep this watch if it had gotten Wear OS 3. The whole experience of the watch is great. Besides the vibration motor and, you know, not dressing it up. Everything else though, I have no complaints about. You know, call quality is good, the microphone's good, the speaker's good, the screen is awesome. Like I said, battery's amazing, build is amazing, but just the fact that it's not getting that update. And yeah, Mobvoi keeps saying, yeah, we're gonna update it, but they said that last year, and they went the whole 2022 without updating it to Wear OS 3. Now, I've heard that the Fossil Gen 6 that just recently got Wear OS 3, I think like a month or two ago, has been pretty buggy. So I don't know, maybe that has something to do with it as far as like Mobvoi not wanting to update it because the software is just not there for it. I don't know. If that's the case still, I mean, I get it, but it's just a shame because, I mean, this thing would do awesome on Wear OS 3. But yeah, those three are the biggest things to me as far as why I'm ditching the TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra. Like I said, it's an awesome watch. If you have it, don't be, ashamed of having it by all means. If you love it, you love it. You know, stick with it until that thing, you know, completely explodes or something, right? But for me, those things are the things that I kind of look at as like, I like being, you know, able to try the newer software and stuff like that, newer features and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard for me to kind of stick with it because more than anything, the software, you know, like I said. Super smooth watch though. Wear OS 2 has been nothing short of spectacular on this thing. It has been smooth. I've never had any issues as far as, you know, not being able to scroll or lag or the watch freezing or anything. This has been great for fitness as well. But just those three shortcomings are three things that I really can't seem to get over. So that's why this watch came in. The Pixel Watch, you know, the first generation Google Pixel Watch. I just had to have a piece of like history, you know. Obviously, Google has had, you know, the Moto 360, the first and second gen Moto 360. They've had the LG watches, but they went from basically the Nexus line of devices to the Pixel line of devices with the watches. Just like they did with from the Nexus 6P to the Google Pixel Gen 1, this is their new Pixel, you know. And honestly, I was a little concerned, to be honest with you, as far as the not the build, because the build is amazing. I mean, stainless steel and glass, and my goodness. But the size, you know, so coming from a watch like the TicWatch, where like, I mean, look at this. That's a pretty, not significant size difference, but I mean, you can feel it on the wrist for sure. Obviously, the lugs here make a difference. The buttons here make a difference. This thing doesn't have any lugs, obviously, unless you put on like a third-party band that has lugs. The digital crown on here doesn't pop out as much as the TIC watches, which these don't rotate. You know, what a shame. I think the new TicWatch has a rotating crown though on the side, so that's pretty good. But besides that, I mean, just the build quality is phenomenal on this thing. And also, I mean, going back to my concerns, the battery. So obviously, coming from a watch that lasts me almost 3 days, to where I can just wear it for 2 days straight, sleep with it, shower with it, do whatever with it, not worry about charging the battery at all. To go into this was a bit concerning for me, right? So the best thing I can compare it to is an Apple Watch, right? Not the Ultra, obviously. That thing has battery for days, like just like the TicWatch. But if you ever use an Apple Watch, like a Gen 7 or a Series 7, a Series 8, a Series 6, you know that the battery doesn't last you more than maybe a day and a half at the most. And that's kind of what you get on the Pixel Watch. So I've only used it for a few days, so I can't really give you my full review on it yet, which I'm working on right now, which should be coming out soon this week, probably by the end of the week, whenever I get a chance to. Because like I said, I just got it like a couple days ago. And so far, the battery hasn't been horrible, but it hasn't been good or great. I mean, it's been good, but it hasn't been great. The first day I had it, I used the always on display, and it wasn't that great. Second day, I had the always on display off, and it did last me a whole day. So I'll keep testing it, and seeing how the battery kind of trickles down to, seeing what the the average battery life you could expect from this watch. I'm not a super heavy user of a smartwatch. Whenever I do use it to like run or something, I do it like once a day or something like that, or like more like once a week, right? I get notifications and stuff like that, but usually it's just, you know, messages, call notifications, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, Twitter. I don't have my Gmail notification on because Gmails go crazy with notifications, right? You get emails all day, all the time. So, but overall, so far, not too shabby. The upgrades I have seen though from the TicWatch to the Pixel Watch, definitely the build quality. So like I mentioned right now, stainless steel. I do have the hazel version here, so it's like the gold accented stainless steel in the back. You don't get sapphire glass in the front though. So that's one of the things where I'm like, wow, I mean, they could have really used sapphire on here. I mean, the Galaxy Watch 5 is cheaper than this thing, and it has sapphire glass in the front. Like, yeah, the Galaxy Watch doesn't have stainless steel or anything like that, but I mean, if you're gonna have a dome shape like this, a pebble-like design, which I love, I like the minimalist aspect of it, I love, you should probably have higher quality glass on here for scratch resistance, for oh my god, Jesus, crack resistance. Sorry, the word crack just kind of left my brain for a little bit. But yeah, it should have really had better glass on here. Not the end of the world. I do have a little rinky screen protector on here, one of those film screen protectors. You can't even tell that I have one on there. So that's pretty good. And I do have a bumper case coming in, I think tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll have that on there as well. I'm not too scared of the sides of it. I'm not scared of the stainless steel scratching or anything, because it's stainless steel, so it's gonna hold up pretty well. I'm just scared of cracking or scratching the front. This was the same thing with the Apple Watch. Whenever I had the last Apple Watch I had was the Series 7, I think. And I was so scared of scratching that screen, man. Like I could wear that watch for like a day and have like a bunch of little micro scratches already. It was ridiculous. So I do recommend you getting a screen protector for the watch, for the Pixel Watch, or the Apple Watch, to be honest, and just protect that screen from scratches. Obviously, it's not going to be as rugged as a TicWatch. As you can obviously tell, you don't have that stainless steel border. The screen isn't flat like the TicWatch. The sides will take a beating more and not look so bad. I mean, the sides on this one might scratch up a little easier, but I think the gold color kind of hides it pretty well. I mean, I haven't seen any scratches on mine yet. I mean, like I said, I haven't used it for too much, but I don't see anything crazy on mine so far. So it's been pretty clean so far. But if that is a concern to you, and you like big watches, and you like big battery life, then maybe stick with the TicWatch. Obviously there's other options out there. But as far as comparing these two right now, yeah, it's tough. You do get upgrades though, obviously, right? So you get Wear OS 3 on the Pixel Watch. You get better haptic feedback on it. The vibration motor on this thing is amazing. It's right up there with the Apple Watch, to be honest with you. From like the watch faces to the vibration motor, to the speed of it. It's got a 3-year-old processor, and the TicWatch has a better processor, but it's kind of like when you buy, let's say, like a OnePlus, phone, right? Let's say you got like a OnePlus 10 Pro. It's gonna be smooth. It's gonna be quick. It's got a good processor. It's gonna be fast. It's gonna do everything you wanted to do. But once you go to like a Pixel phone, you get a Pixel 7 Pro in the house, start using that, you notice it's just smoother. The animations are cleaner. It's just more user-friendly looking to me. Whereas like the TicWatch, for example, doesn't really have many different like animations, or it feels smooth. It's quick, but I don't know. It's just using the Pixel Watch. Let's see if I can. Oh, I missed the. So just that. I mean, just the fact that it has a little unlocking sound is great. In the vibration motor, when it unlocks, it gives you like an actual little lock kind of vibration motor with the sound that just happened there. I don't know if you could hear it, but so neat. Let's see if I can do it again. I'll be really quiet. Oh my god! If I can get the passcode right. Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. This is the first watch that I have that I leave notification sound on it, just because it sounds so cool. Like notification sounds on this Pixel Watch sound really good, and vibration motor, like I said, super good, so much better than the TicWatch for sure. I will say the speaker, as far as call quality goes, I'll give to the TicWatch. It is louder. You can hear it more. This is a little tinny. I tried using it once for a phone call, and I just could not hear the other person. I was at the mall at the time, so I was around people, and it was kind of loud. So it's kind of hard to hear. But I feel like the TicWatch had a much better speaker. So, be that as it may, so far, I'm happy with my upgrade. There's a hair there. Excuse me. So far, I'm happy with the upgrade. I'm happy that I'm fully on the Google Pixel ecosystem. I got the Pixel Buds Pro somewhere. I got the Pixel 7 Pro. I got the Pixel Watch now. Now we gotta wait for the tablet coming out soon. But for all intents and purpose, the Pixel Watch for me is a better watch right now. Whenever the new TicWatch comes out, I don't know, but we'll see. Without further ado, guys, I'm sorry for making this video so long. We're going on, almost 20 minutes here. Just thought I would give you guys not a quick look, right? 20 minutes. Just my experience and my thoughts from switching from the TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra to the Pixel Watch. So stay tuned for my full review on the Pixel Watch. Like I said, I haven't had it for too long, so I can't really give you my full thoughts on it yet. But so far, so good. So stay posted. Stay looking through your feeds. Turn on the notification bell. Subscribe. And let me know what you guys think. Do you have a TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra? Are you saving up for the new TicWatch? Let me know what you guys think. If you have a Pixel Watch, sorry, I always kick my tripod. If you have a Pixel Watch, let me know what your experience is so I can kind of take that feedback into my review. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.